Using the MLA Bibliography Database. The MLA International Bibliography Database is run by a company called EBSCO. EBSCO runs many different databases that the MTC library subscribes to. The MLA Bibliography Database is specific to articles about literature, language, film, and folklore. Other databases may also be specific to subjects such as psychology, business, or health sciences, or they may be more general, focusing on a variety of subjects. You may search multiple EBSCO databases at once. To do so, click on Choose Databases just above the search bar. This will open a list of all the different EBSCO databases to which MTC subscribes, including some of the ebook collections run by EBSCO. I don't recommend searching all the databases at once. However, another good database to use would be Academic Search Premier, which is a more general database, meaning it has articles on many different subject areas. I've found that Academic Search Premier may have articles that do not appear in the MLA bibliography and vice versa, although often you just get duplicates of the same article in a search. To search both at once, just click on the box next to Academic Search Premier and then click OK. I recommend doing an advanced search, as this allows you to search for both author and title, and the Boolean "and" will already be present. I recommend searching for information about specific authors or works that you plan to write about, rather than broad topics such as the American dream or the self-made man or transcendentalism, as you're not likely to find much that is actually relevant on these broader topics. For an example search, we may type William Bradford in the first search field and Of Plymouth Plantation in the second. The Boolean "and" is already set, so we'll be searching for sources that reference both William Bradford and his work of Plymouth Plantation. Before clicking search, you will want to click on the limiter for full text. The MLA Bibliography Database has some citations without the actual full text article attached, so limiting to full text will filter those out and only search for citations with a full text article, which you will need. As you will need to use scholarly peer-reviewed sources in your essay, you will also want to limit your search for peer-reviewed articles by clicking the box marked peer-reviewed. Then click on search. We find about 15 academic journal articles on Bradford's Of Plymouth Plantation. If you forgot to limit to full text or peer-reviewed before hitting search, you may do so afterwards by clicking on the limiters on the left-hand side. There are other limiters, such as source type and the subject terms, that you may use to further refine your search. For each source listed, you'll find the title of the source, the publication information, subject terms, which may help us understand what the article focuses on and may also help us refine and revise our search, and also if the full text article is attached. If you find a source that does not show a link for the full text article, this means the article isn't in the database, but may have a link to another database or the web where the article may be found. However, these links do not always work. For example, this article, As Dine Yet Behold We Live, is not in the MLA bibliography, but you may find links to Project Muse, although the article may not be found at this link, and also JSTOR, but our library doesn't have this article in the version of JSTOR that we subscribe to. However, we can also find this article a little further down the list from Academic Search Premier, where it does exist in full text. When you click on the title of an article, you will be taken to a page that has information about the source, the title of the article, the author or authors, the journal it is published in, the date of publication, volume and issue number, and pages. There's also a brief abstract, which is a summary of the source that will let you know whether or not the source may be worth reading. If there's an HTML version of the article, it will usually follow this information. If there's a PDF version, the link for it will be on the left-hand side. The PDF version of the article is preferred for you to use because it provides a copy of the article from the journal, complete with page numbers you may cite in your essay. Page numbers are absent from the HTML version. In the PDF reader, you can download the article and save it to your hard drive for easy access, or you can print it out if you prefer a hard copy. In the tools on the right, you can save it to your Google Drive or email yourself a copy. If you click on the folder icon, you may temporarily save the article in a folder that you may access as long as you don't log out of the database. The permalink provides a stable URL that will take you back to the record page for this source. This link is particular to our library's database and is the preferred URL to use in your citation. Be aware that articles saved from EBSCO may not have the publication information attached, so you may need to copy this information from the record page for the source. I may also note in the Tools menu, there is an icon labeled Cite that provides citations for various different formats. You will want the one labeled MLA 9th edition. These citations are largely correct, although you may want to check them to make sure there's no formatting problems, such as the author or title in all caps, and also that there's the correct page numbers, not just the first page that the article appears on, as this one has. And that is how you search the MLA bibliography and other EBSCO databases.